Good morning, friends. It's T. How are we doing? In real time, it's actually Sunday and I'm in my kitchen, but whatever. So, this is a visual podcast this week. So, if you're listening and you are not yet subscribed to my channel, head on over to Latoya Michelle, #GodStar, hit the subscribe button and watch the show. You get to hear me act all kind of crazy, but come on, guys, put a face with it and have yourself a good time. Okay. And if you're already on the channel, hey, and welcome back. So, how are we doing? Tell the truth and shame the devil. The last couple weeks have been super, like, mad heavy. And I'm sure, well, let me just say this. God deals with me in a way that is completely bananas before the podcast comes out. He reveals things to me after it comes out. Different scenarios, different conversations have happened, and it's just been like, wow. So I feel confident that the things that are being shared on the podcast have the potential to change somebody's mind. So my friend told me the other day, she was like, Toya, you say things that people are thinking. So I was like, okay. You know, I ain't want to step on nobody's toes, but, you know, the truth is necessary. So y'all know, y'all can expect that from me. Y'all like my cute little new water mason jar thing? I'm trying to stay hydrated, okay? #I'm a hydrated woman. That's an affirmation I heard, and I really need to take that more serious, okay? Drink your water, ladies, for more reasons than one. All right, so let's get into it. This week, I want to talk to us about venting. Yes, venting. So for me, growing up, it's like, yeah, you need a friend that you can vent to. You need to let off some steam, you know, let someone hear your perspective, blah, blah, blah. Okay? So as I have matured and become a grown woman, I have found that venting has only made me feel worse about that particular situation. And it's crazy because when you're in it and you just want to get it off your chest, you feel liberated in that moment. But then over time, it's like, I didn't get a solution to my problem. I feel worse than when I started. Is venting actually the move? For me, okay, let's break it down. Let's break this down. So I think it is wonderful. And all my friends, my husband, my kids, everybody attached to Toya knows I'm going to talk about it. I am not good, nor have I ever been a person that can sweep things under the rug and act as though they're not happening. I used to wish I could do that, but I found it's not healthy. So I've just learned to have healthier conversations. Instead of popping my top immediately and going in, no, sit back, step away, process, take a breath, and then revisit the conversation to handle things in an adult way. Okay, I didn't used to handle things correctly. So for me, I need to talk about it. Whether I'm right or I'm wrong, I don't like the elephant in the room. I don't like the awkwardness. I don't like being uncomfortable if I don't have to be. So I'm going to always have a conversation. I'm getting better with hard conversations because the Lord has shown me, Toya, you make up scenarios in your mind that they're so far from the truth, it's ridiculous, okay? So I have learned to just do it, have a conversation, all right? Now, yes, we're human. Life happens. Stuff happens that's just gonna flat out piss you off, okay? Let's just call it what it is. However, there's a way to go about things to have a healthy outcome. Whether it's people or situations where it's like, okay, this situation no longer serves me, I'm walking away, or this is what we can do better. You know, I feel like communication brings about peace. However, If you're in a situation and you need to get something off your chest or someone has pissed you off, it serves you nothing to go to somebody else, okay? Whether they are biased or unbiased, it just doesn't serve you to go to them, get all this stuff off your chest, and then this other relationship still be hanging in the balance. Like, what we doing? Do you see what I'm saying? Okay. Now, there's so many different scenarios, and I hope I can try to hit most of them today. I will use the realest relationship in my life right now, forevermore, my husband and I. Year one, your girl was a runner. Okay. Everything. I was just like, I didn't sign up for this. You know, I was very good about venting to people and then leaving my husband in the dark. So husband didn't know what to do because he's like, she's not talking to me. She gets mad. She doesn't want to face it. Okay. That was me. And what I found in that situation is like, I would go and vent to people who would either be in agreement with me and it would make me feel worse. That was pretty much the case. Like I walked away from the situation feeling like more hopeless, right? But through the years and growth and understanding and Jesus, hallelujah, I found that just sitting down with my husband and having a good old healthy conversation and coming to an agreement is just like lit. It's lit. I love it here. Of course, things are hard, right? But we make things harder by not attacking the situation. We're blessed in our marriage to have people that we can go to bounce things off of. And these people are also in marriages where they're striving, right? They're striving to do the work of the Lord, and they're striving to be healthy and break generational curses, all that good stuff. Now, it doesn't serve us to go and have a conversation with someone who's bitter and, you know, doesn't want the best for us, right? Or someone who's going to just be in agreement with us in our bad behavior. Now, I can't snap on my husband and then go to my friend like, yeah, and she like, yeah, girl, leave him. Now that's not the work of the Lord. We don't need to be linking up with people who are just going to lift you up in your fleshful moments. That ain't it. That's not it, y'all. We need people that's going to hold us accountable. Be like, you know what, Toya? You were wrong. I've had friends to be like, you know what? You need to go talk to your husband. You need to trust your husband. You need to follow the direct, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've had people to put me in my place, and those are those bomb lasting relationships. People that can tell you the truth. People that actually want to see you do well. And it doesn't even just have to be a husband and a wife scenario. This could be a mom-daughter situation. This could be a coworker situation. I don't know if you want to put too much stock into that though. This could be a pastor and a congregant, if I can say that, conversation. Any relationship, okay? Venting, I feel like, can just lead you down a very dark road, and it could make the situation way bigger than it needs to be. I strongly feel that, especially as adults, if you have a problem with somebody, if someone has offended you and it's worth a conversation, you owe it to yourself and that person to sit down and hash it out. Some of y'all gonna need to take that in, because some of us get good Twitter fingers going. We get on Instagram and we're reposting stuff that fits the scenario so that the other person can. Y'all know about a good old subliminal post. Stop playing with me and stop playing with yourself. We do everything but attack the situation. So for me, it's like, at me so I know it's real. That's very real. Please don't get on social media talking around about me and you can't call me up and have a conversation, because what you're doing is taking away the opportunity to get things right. It's almost like, do you want to stay in the awkwardness? Do you want beef? Ask yourself that question. Do you want beef? I think that's a valid question. If you're not going to the person directly, then what are you doing? You're stirring up more mess. You're allowing your mind to wander. You're allowing, if you're like me, if I sit too much in my thoughts, baby, I done made up a whole, listen. I don't even want to give y'all examples because y'all might think I'm nuts. Like when I tell you I have went there in my mind and done pissed myself off. And it's like I'm creating a bad situation and all I had to do was sit down and have a conversation. Y'all, I have surprised myself by doing this and not picking up the phone. Girl, let me tell you. Girl, you got a minute? Let me vent. Let me get this off my chest. I'm telling you what. Those people can't give you the answers that you need. You can't ask another person how person A would respond. No, you need to go to person A and stop going to person B, C, D, and E. Give that person the opportunity. Stop dredging up mess, because that's what it is. Like, let's just call it what it is. Let's stop being messy. Perfect time for me to take a sip of water. Ladies and gentlemen, let's stop being messy. Let's take an example of girlfriends, good girlfriends. You and your girlfriend had a misunderstanding. You didn't say nothing that day, but you done got on the phone and called a mutual friend to get her advice. Well, what if the mutual friend got a problem with the friend, a low-key problem with the friend, or girl, I had that same problem with her last month. And so now y'all done created some mess over here. And homegirl is on the outside not knowing what's going on. Now she got 2 against 1. Y'all, that's how mess starts. And I hate to just bring this back to a high school level, but sometimes I feel like I'm walking the hallways of Snyder High School. Stand up, Snyder Panthers. Okay. Sometimes I feel like, why don't we all just grow up? Because for me, if you're in my life and I love you and I want you around, and this is any relationship, like relationships are work. We've talked about this before. Relationships are work. Sometimes we create scenarios in our head that are false. Sometimes we get offended and the other person has no idea. Sometimes they do offend us on purpose, or sometimes people trample over our boundaries. It's up to you to open your mouth and speak your truth. It's up to you to open your mouth and say, hey, this wasn't cool. That wasn't cool. Like, that really speaks to the adult in you. It's very, very immature to walk away with this bad blood knowing that it could have been fixed, or at least been put on the table, because I don't feel like every conversation will not result in you getting your way. It may be one of those things, you know what, we don't agree, but I love you anyway, especially in a marriage. Because what you gonna do? Leave? No, that ain't it either. My husband, we seen this thing on Instagram, and it's like, yeah, because if you mad at me, we gonna be together, and then if you gonna be with me and I'm gonna be with you, and then we just gonna be together. Like, that's just what it is for us. So we know our non-negotiables. Anything outside of that, we're gonna have to hash it out. That's it. So whether you want to go to the garage and take a breather or walk around the block, I'll see you when you get back, babe. Facts. But some of us have lifelong friendships, and some of us also, let's talk about this. Some of us are afraid of conflict. Healthy conflict is okay. We're people. We're not always going to agree. You're not going to always like what I say. You're not going to always like what I do. But if it's to a point where it must be spoken on, have the conversation. Quit being scared. Quit being scared. Is it worth losing somebody that you love because you're afraid to open your mouth? Come on, guys. And y'all know, I say this every week. I've been there. I've done that. I wrote a book. I got a t-shirt. Like, I've lived all these scenarios. I have been mad at somebody I have went to somebody else and talked about them. I have made it worse. I have avoided a real conversation. I have let distance pass, and then it's just like, why are we, I've done all that. That's how I know how uncomfortable and how immature it is, because I've lived that. But I also know what's on the flip. I've had to have some very grown up conversations with my girlfriends and like, yo, this offended me. I love you, but let's talk about it. And I feel like that's so respected. It's so respected. Two people can come together and hash something out and see it from a different point of view. That's love. Come on, y'all. Get into it. Get into it. So I challenge us to do that. I challenge us to just be vulnerable with the people you love. Give them a chance. Hey, they might not know they pissed you off. That's also a very real scenario. You know, some people, I mean, especially like if you're going through life now and you're setting healthy boundaries, some people just may not know. You got to tell people what your expectations are as they're dealing with you. People are not mind readers. We can't expect them to know that. And I am so guilty. Like I really wish my husband could read my mind, and he wishes he could too. He says it all the time. I wish I could just know what you're thinking, you know. But I stand on this as well. Some things don't need to be spoken on. Everything don't have to go your way. Ouch and amen. Everything does not have to be your way or the highway. Be open, be flexible. You know what I mean? Like, relationships take 2 or 3 or 4. I mean, it's, you know, if you're in a group of good girlfriends, like my daughter, she got about seven girlfriends. My God. They're always together. They're always doing things. Of course, little stuff is going to come up. That's just how women are. And that flesh gets in the way, y'all. We just need to separate what it is and what it ain't. I know that my husband would never do anything to intentionally hurt me or make me mad. I know that. And if you know BJ, you know. He always wants me to be happy and free in my mental and my spirit. That's what he desires. So if something happens that may throw me off, we're going to talk about it. We're going to get through it. We love each other. We're in this together forever. We got kids and stuff. You know, we out here living life and stuff. So think about a person in your mind that you love dearly, and maybe y'all just not on the same page right now. It might just be, you know, let's take a little break, let's reflect, let's breathe through this, and let's meet in the middle. Let's meet at the park and have a conversation. I've done that too. Girl, meet me at the park. Some relations are worth that. Now, if it's a situation where the Lord has called you to cut that thing off, and here you are holding on to dead situations. Now, we've been there, we've done that. You already know what to do. If you keep on holding on to dead situations, you can expect things to come out of that just don't sit well with your spirit. Like, let it go. We're not even about to go back there. Y'all know what to do. One-sided relationships are dead. That's not even a relationship for real. You and that thing by yourself. So, venting. What y'all think? Honestly. Have you ever walked away from a vent session feeling amazing? Like, no. Yeah, for a hot second because your flesh is pleased. But you get to thinking about it, and after the dust has settled, you're like, oh man, there is still no resolve. Either you're on 1,000 now because you didn't talk yourself into that scenario in your mind, or you're sad now because it's just like, man, it didn't have to go this way. I know I'm not the only one. So, again, I have had to catch myself. Like, you know what? Don't pick up the phone and call he, she, her, and them. Nope. Hey, sis. I just wanted to call and have a conversation. a couple of days ago, we were having a conversation and this just didn't sit well with me. Let me explain to you how it made me feel. Let's talk through it. Wow. There's so much power in having a grown-up conversation. Come on now. And these are things that your children need to see. Your children need to see how to deal with conflict in a healthy way. I used to just want to ignore stuff and walk away. No, that ignoring it's not going away just because you act like it's not there. Oh, it's still there. And it's getting bigger and it's getting uglier. Because now when you interact with people, now you are changing the energy. Because you want to not have a conversation. Somebody need to make it make sense. Hashtag make it make sense. And it won't. It won't make no sense. Nope. So I just say, if a conversation needs to be had, do that. Don't let it linger. The longer you let it linger, the longer you will create scenarios in your mind. Okay, so let me speak to the woman. You and Bae having a little problem. Unless this is not even a married couple, because I've been in this too. Your man ain't answering the phone. Okay. Your man probably done fell asleep by accident. Okay. Your man phone probably could be on silent. Hey, the man phone probably died. Okay. These are very real scenarios. Sis, you done talked yourself into he's out here cheating with 3 women. He probably done hooked back up with his ex. He might be on a date with them. I don't know. Like, our minds be going there, right? So then when homeboy do call you back, like, babe, my bad, phone was there. You like, ain't no way your phone was there. I was tracking you. I got your location. Like, you own that. So now you look crazy, sis. What if he's telling the truth? Man. Overthinking can get us into so much trouble. Deal with the facts. Deal with what's in your face and stop looking for something. Ooh. I'm talking to myself. It don't even have to be a romance. I've done that with friends. Like, oh, she hasn't called me back. I know she's seen my message. Well, now she on social media scrolling. Like, I know she's seen I called her 5 minutes ago and then she gonna post a picture. Really? That's what we on? Okay, so you in the mirror having a whole conversation to yourself. Meanwhile, sis didn't even see your phone call. Instead of picking the phone up, hey, did you miss? I feel like some of us just like to be mad. Ooh, why is you like that? Why is you like that? I know for me, I can answer that question. I had become accustomed to negative things always happening. So I tried to beat it to the punch and be like, yep, this is what's going to happen. So I was already ready. My husband used to say that, you always ready. And I am. I'm ready. I used to be ready so that I could defend myself. That was a defense mechanism. So I could keep myself from being hurt. But when you get into a situation where it's just like, okay, well, I'm not them. I'm not trying to hurt you. My phone died. I'm sorry. Give people some credit. Stop holding people accountable for what somebody else did to you. Ooh, that's the word. Stop holding people accountable for the past. Yep, that was for somebody. I know somebody like, ooh, Toya. Yeah, you welcome. This is good. This is necessary. So I just challenge us this week. Just test it out. Because somebody's going to make you mad. Somebody's going to disrespect you, whether it's intentional or not. Somebody's going to make you feel some type of way. Like, it literally happens every day. Now, I'm not saying pick apart and sit people down for every little thing, because some things just are not worth it, right? Some things you got to just let them have it. You know what, sis? I'm going to let you have this one today. But check yourself first. Check yourself first. Ask yourself, is this really worth my time and my attention? If it is, have that conversation with that person. Don't bring in third parties unless it needs to go there. Listen, this is Bible. If someone has offended you, you go to that person. I'm not making this up. Go to that person and y'all let me know how it worked. I don't need to know all your business. Toya, yep, you was right. Toya, no, you was totally off. Please tell me. Either way, I'm open for feedback. Things that I share have worked for me in my life on my journey. I have felt very liberated by sitting down, having a grown conversation with a friend or my husband or my daughter or my son or my mom. Like, hey, let's talk about this and let's move on. I truly believe that a conversation to seek healing, let's just call it that, to seek healing, I just really believe it strengthens those relationships. And then it's also a good way to weed them out. Weed them out. If you got people in your life who just don't give a crap about what you're saying and your feelings and your boundaries, then do they really need to be in the circle? I've spoke very freely about this. My husband and I both are in a pruning season, baby. And it's no joke. Like, the people that you thought would be with you to the end, and then God starts showing you things, it's like, okay, sometimes it can be tough to accept that. Because of course, you want to take the people you love with you. But if the people you love, for whatever reason, can't join you on the journey right now, that's okay. Give God glory and thanks for the people that get it, for the people that pursue you like you pursue them. That's the blessing. The blessing is in the exposure. We get so wrapped up in, oh my God, this happened and now I can't function. No, the blessing is that there are still some very solid people in your life. Those people may be unexpected, but don't shortchange them because it's not who you thought it should be. Yeah. There's a blessing in everything if you change your perspective. There is literally a blessing in everything, even the darkest of times. You can gain good information, good knowledge from every situation if you just change how you're looking at it. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Ask me how I know, baby girl. So I think this was good, y'all. This was good. Thanks for joining me in my kitchen. Thanks. I would love to do more visuals for you guys, but I'm just really weird. Like, even though I know y'all are gonna see it and hear it, like, I just like to record when I'm by myself. That's when I'm most free. And then even my husband, I'm like, no, do not watch that while I'm sitting. Do not play that while I'm sitting here. He thinks I'm really weird, but he love me though. He love it here. Right back. So I would love to do visuals for you guys every week. There's some things I'm still overcoming on this journey, but I absolutely love this. I love the feedback I'm getting, guys. So to have more access to Toya, follow me on my social media. I'll make sure that my tags are also in the link, because I do some like daily or weekly words. If God gives me something, I just try to share it. Still overcoming fear, still overcoming overthinking, right? Because God can plant a seed, and as quick as he plants it, here comes Satan like, nope, I don't want nobody to hear that. So pray with me on this journey as well, that I just remain confident in God and the word that he has given me. Whew. So thanks for joining me per usual. I'll have all the information for you guys to check out my social media and all that good stuff. Like, share, subscribe, download. I keep telling y'all this ain't about me. So if you know women that are struggling, even men for that matter, because I've been talking to all of us here lately, just share it. That's how you can support. Just boop, boop. That's it. That's all. It's real quick. Yes, this has been good. This has been good. I love you guys. Stay hydrated. I'm going to try to drink 2 more of these tonight, or excuse me, this morning, because you guys are on your way to work. Yes. I love you guys. Stop venting to the wrong folks and see what happens when you have a real conversation with the right folks. Love you guys.